Do I believe that spontaneous healing is possible? Yes. Is it always attainable? Maybe. And that really all depends on the person who's coming in. And it's been a really interesting aspect just being from an observer's point of view on being a guide and a vessel of divine healing for people. I have noticed that people get cleared all the time when people realize that all they have to do is let go and allow this amazing unconditional love to come in and do the healing and take away what no longer serves them and to clear every cell of their body of any emotion or physical issues that they have going on. They are amazed, crying and in shock sometimes about what happens. The tricky part is with a spontaneous healing, we haven't practiced the tools on how to stay in that state of acceptance and the willingness to change. A lot of times we don't have the tools. If you're given a gift, let's say you're a young kid and you're given a beautiful car and a house and all the money you need in the world, you haven't grown into how to handle those gifts, how to handle the car, how to handle the money, and how to work towards getting something and cherishing what you got. And a lot of times when we're given a free, quick release on an injury or an illness, or even a spiritual release, sometimes our psyche doesn't know how to handle it. And so what I see with my clients and even myself, you have to work into accepting this gift. You have to change the way you look at things in order for what to look at changes. You have to be willing to accept divine gifts with no strings attached. And you might not never really realize how it happened or why it happened. And when we take our logical mind out of the twist and turns of these miracles that we get in our lives, and we just accept what is, usually are we more willing to walk forward with gratitude and faith that we just received, and we're more willing to walk into the newness and the new life that we have been given. When we are given these freedom passes, I would call, of a physical or emotional release, and we don't know how to accept that, and the old tapes of lack of or not enough, or the old tapes of pain, or the old tapes of abandonment or fear start to creep in, then we get confused because we're like, well, wait, I felt great and now I'm feeling bad again. And so that back and forth is actually, in my opinion, is a very normal and very good process. It's a good process to feel the freedom. And then when you start to feel the anxiety or the fear or the stinking thinking coming back, you can say, hey, I remember how good I felt when I was clear of my injury or my illness or my emotional trapped feelings. And now I'm starting to feel that feeling again. And so to learn tools on how to release, really, I believe, is such a healthy way to progress through life, because we are constantly on a journey of learning. We are here to learn. And if you're always given a free pass to all your problems and all your concerns, you're going to be that young kid who was given a car and a house and all the money in the world and does not know how to handle it and crashes and burns. So I personally believe that it's a daily surrendering, a daily renewal, a daily asking for heavenly guidance, a daily to allowing for the wonder and mystery to come into our lives to transform us and to keep letting go of the old boxes that we've put ourselves in of lack of or not enough, fear, anxiety, or anything like that, that we have conditioned ourselves to believe this is how we have to get through life. And so once we start to learn the tools of releasing and surrendering to what is in front of us and taking what is in front of us and accepting it, then we have the willingness and courage to move forward. And that's where I believe we grow and we expand and we become into all who we can be. And sometimes that journey is really the strongest, most powerful way of changing your life. So think of someone who had incredible weight loss all of a sudden. Maybe they had surgery that took all the weight off, or maybe they went on a crash diet and they didn't learn the tools on how to self-love and self-respect themselves and change their habits and their way of thinking and the way that they look at food or they look at themselves, then the weight will come back on. So it's the same thing with healing. When we just get a one and done healing, then we don't have the tools to accept this newness and the self-love to walk into all that we can be. And so back to my question, is spontaneous healing possible? Yes. Do I think it's always the best for everyone? Maybe. And in the book Cured by Dr. Jeffrey Redinger is an amazing book on spontaneous and healing and how it happens. And he had found that nobody can heal anyone else. People are gifted, doctors, healers, spiritual people are gifted with the gift of healing. But if someone's not ready or willing to accept it, then that energy won't match and the healing won't happen. So it's really, he found that people who are willing to really step into faith, like all in, that you ask, you shall receive, and that we are divine beings and we are connected to all that is. We are connected to God and we have this innate ability in our body to heal, but we have to be 100% in. Those are the people, he said in his book, in his research, that received a spontaneous healing. So walk into each day as a student, as a willing participant to look at what's going on in your life, release what no longer serves you, ask for divine guidance every single day, ask for protection and support, ask for your highest good, and be willing to look at the wonder and mystery of life and accept that things can change and move forward if you're willing to look at things from a different perspective. Thank you and have a great day.